And welcome back, folks, to something new. We're going to be playing some Ace Attorney. And it's mostly a reading game. Well, we'll have chat try to figure out who the criminal. But mostly I'll be just reading for 2 long hours. Constant reading and messing up words. I can't wait. Let's go. We got Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations. We're going to start with Ace Attorney, the first one. The first turnabout. Oh, achievement! I started the game. Gasp, gasp. Damn it, why me? Oh, it's auto-scrolling. I can't get caught, not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, why can't I press now? Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Title drop. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick? Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name's Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. The 23 years I've known him, It's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. You could call them butts buddies. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. That's true. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court Courtroom, number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. I hope chat knows that. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. And shaken, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Phoenix Wright, Larry Butts, Mia Fey. Well, it's obviously Mr. Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct! Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Imagine you hire a lawyer to defend you for murder. And he's like, I don't know his name, actually. Is it my name? Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? The victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab. What the hell is tab? I'm playing on a controller. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Oh, it's Cindy. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Mia Fey, Cinderblock, Cindy Stone. Oh, we already saw that it was Cindy, obviously. Guys, we can't... We can't just do meme stuff because we're gonna lose and we're gonna have to restart. And I don't want to read things over and over. Guys, please. You know this is Cindy Stone. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. It's not like Yakuza where the answers don't really count and don't really amount to anything. Like, this is really important. Just ask us when you don't know. Okay. What was the cause of death? She died because she was poisoned, hit with a blunt, or strangled. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Died from a single blunt. The worst blunt rotation. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecutor. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murderer weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab. Oh no, what the hell is tab? Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyways? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. Uh-oh. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I won't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport, according to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Scared away hamster. My voice acting? That's my normal voice. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. $7:30. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Oh, just like a streamer. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of a woman this Miss Stone was. What kind of a woman she was, Mr. Payne? What are you implying here? Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Wait and see what happens? Stop him from answering. Oh, let's ask chat this time. Let him talk? Don't let him talk? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof. Dude, what do you mean, irrelevant? That's cheating, she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Ugh. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Stop him from answering. Well, chat, what do we do? Lost cause? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Oh, objection? Your Honor! The defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspapers subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. And then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I never realized he was literally called Sawit. Yeah, there's a lot of characters like that in the series. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Why a park? I don't know. Harry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work in a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sott used was one of those, Your Honor. I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon, 6 p.m. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. All right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do here? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What, he was lying? The client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. You? No, I don't. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction there. Well, she died from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah, that's true. Find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Oh, okay. Going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must have been in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. And I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. Thought to call the police immediately. The phone wasn't working. Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Wait a minute. Objection! We object. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death, sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at that 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Whoa. Oh, well, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sott, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying... There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Lucky, I've watched many playthroughs of Ace Attorney, and I want to congratulate you. Your set of voices is by far the worst. Thank you. I'll try my best. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. TV with no electricity? We got him, boys. We got him. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. So, do we call it here? Or do we call it here? Because either one is good. No electricity. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense has a point. From what I remember, the judge is like super naive. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Side? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Side? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Side. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Does everyone have a memory of a goldfish? Was a table clock. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Wait a minute. This is the murder weapon. We saw that 5 minutes ago.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You and your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Side. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, and you just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. It doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock, after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes. Yes, we do. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. We got him, boys. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. Damn. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That's the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Side, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What is the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no. I mean, I saw. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. It was him. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn, give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply Examine the clock's batteries. Ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock. What do we do? What's my blue bar up there? Let's sound the clock now and here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That is certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is right now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. It's just like me. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sot heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sot, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha! You forgot one thing. Oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Frank Sawit. You come all the way down here to testify? Oh, did I have to press something? Look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Ugh. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do now. Oh, I think I had to press something. Oh, no. Not so fast, Mr. Side. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. Mia's already solved it. She's like, I'm not gonna drop this one. He's not gonna break the case, is he? That doesn't mean you still can't win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? It was my clock. It's on Canadian time. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There was this bottle of maple syrup. She was Canadian. Let's see you pull this one off. Reason why? She was in Paris. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when he struck her dead was in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than what we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Confetti? Oh. I don't remember confetti when I went to jail. And with that, the court is adjourned. Turns out, Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Oh, I can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, What were you gonna say there, Phoenix? What you trying to say there, Phoenix? Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Ah, thanks. I really owe you. I thought his name was Larry. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey. I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? Well, thank you. Keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? Was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Is it the attorney's badge? Well, it's probably the statue, right? She wouldn't keep the statue if she didn't care about him.
Take that!
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive that you weren't just some chump to her. What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. Don't you see her blood on it? She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. Probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it what you will. Think of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize that things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, and grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Butts are never innocent. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Would you believe in chat if you were accused of murder? No. They'd probably throw the trial just for laughs. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Well, that was a fun game. I rate it 5. Oh. Brand new episode has been added. Bring. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How you've been? Lucky never played this? No, I have played this. Played it in on the DS back in the day. Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Yeah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. Good to hear. Well, the DS was 50 years ago, so... Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like a statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Lucky, you want to hear something funny about Maya? Sure, go ahead. Thought you might like it. I always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Maya Ball. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, pick it up? I'll be in pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers? I could really go for a good burger. Man, I could go for a good burger right now. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. All right, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Haven't had a burger in months. I'll be waiting, Maya. Keep conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay and Company, law offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. Did you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background? Cogniferous? Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence, farewell! Uh-oh. Red, white, and blue. Funniest things you do. America, this is you. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay and Co. Law offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. That's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. That smell. Blood. Sob. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Went back to the chief where she laid under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. And all too quickly it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. Sorry seeing her like this, but if there's any clues here. It was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. Thinker. Lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else seems like a clue here. Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. Could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? Piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. What was that girl doing here? She's chair, simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in it too. The ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. Small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used this PC for was email. Picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Anything else we haven't checked? Crusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Didn't check her feet. I know you want to. Good idea. Oh, no, it's already done. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. Did I check everything? Is there a pixel I missed? girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right here on the sofa. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there would be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Hey, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Wee-oo, wee-oo. Oh wait, we have a police thing. Which one was it? Oh, it's the wrong one. I'm not gonna look for it. Looks like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe, what an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek. Word Maya. Ear mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? Her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? His younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning. Didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy. I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow. They have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you gonna be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How did that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius! One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is girth. Experience. Huh? Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. What was the joke? I'm sorry. Can we get another statue? Why, Mike? I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yeah? What's with the outfit? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. That's pretty rare. Well done. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Did you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for the upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Want to hear it in her own voice? In her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. I recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, and she remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Did you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. Kinda gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer now. So when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. Lights were off and I could smell blood. And I found my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training. That's right. The Faye family, especially women, have always been very sensitive to the spiritual world. Wait a second. You said the Faye family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. A telekinesis? Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit? You can just ask her who killed her. Hi, I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Nothing the matter? I was wondering, can I ask you a favor? It's the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave it gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Accept or refuse? I'm sorry. I think this is the kind of thing you should really do yourself. You're right. Something wrong? Actually, I asked the police to contact him and they tried calling a few times. Nobody could get a hold of him. You couldn't find him? You have no one left to ask? Hey, what about your parents? Oh, okay, don't worry, I'll go ask them for you. You will? Thank you so much. I'm just worried what will happen if I can't find him. They told me if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? Giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. I'll be back. September 6, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. He couldn't say when he would be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. Come back later. Table for clients, an elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone's here's got money to burn. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished with deep luster. & Co. law offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. It's a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. I'm sorry. I don't know. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. I'm right. And you are? Detective Gumshoe, Detective Suede Shoes, Detective Gumtree. Suede Shoes? Suede Shoes, wasn't it? That's me. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Wait, that's a song, pal. My name's Dick Gumshoe. Wait, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. You're right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? Sure you got business here, you better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. You think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. Tell him gay. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. It says Steel Samurai, the warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. Steel Samurai? That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see, that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That's what she said? Yeah. Okay. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyways. There you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. We already read that. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. Might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, that's all. Oh, Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you're not going to win. Why do you say that? Cities put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. I guess I asked all the questions I need to. You all done? Yeah, I'll be heading out. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you were planning on talking to that witness. Anyways, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? You sent her home already? Aha, you're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. She's still in the hotel. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait. You do know him, don't you? Of course I do. Of course not. Do you also wear your nicotine patches on your jaw like this guy? No, I put them like right across my nose. Never heard of him. Whoa! Can you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him. Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine. Will do anything to get a guilty verdict. There's rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Mia's favorite plotted plant? Potted plant. Borderline stricta, pal. What was that? Old movie poster. This was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one day. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Present badge, okay. What's that? Sorry, pal. I got no info for the likes of you. Wow, Relics, that was useless. The sky is blue and so am I. There's at the hotel across the way. Mia's desk, perfectly clean as always. The only thing missing is Mia. Well, hello there, handsome. I'm high. Smooth, right? It's real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Hee hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all something out of a this is all like something out of a movie. This is all so exciting, I could hardly contain myself. Ooh. Let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. Wonder what's inside. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. Wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside that drawer. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the office buildings. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. A simple bed. Been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Is she posing like a cat girl? Of course. I mean, I'm also streaming that way. You think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Do not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let's see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Did you, who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. Hee hee. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what is it that you do? Well, no. You had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. Hey, there's 2 glasses on the table. Was someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives on TV. Nah, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective. Why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, huh? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Well, excuse me, but I'm a witness. Police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like in the movies. Ask her to show us where she was standing when she witnessed the crime. And then push her. Still seen painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. Well, we asked her everything. I don't think we have anything to present to her. Mike's not paying attention. Typical Mike. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yeah, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Well, yeah. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy. And how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Another strange reaction. Acha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, that's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? By the way, this guy's literally lucky. How? Name 5 things that look like me. How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me. Why won't you take the case? Well, you see, I'm just busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? You have a standing desk? I do not. I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. I feel like you would have a southern drawl. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know about Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. Left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission. You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. You have a cool painting on your wall? I have no paintings on my wall. All I have on my wall is foam. What pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I've got no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. Not for sale. I'm not buying. Please. Hi. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, you see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Ugh. I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Oh no. Or she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for a generation. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years later after that, my sister announced that she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy. So who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. Police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait. They didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, what happened? The case was solved. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud. And the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I say, White. Excuse me, White? That was his name. My sister told me. White, Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Defend Maya! I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I don't know why. Oh. I wanted to select 3. I'm serious here. No one is as sad as a person without friends. That's very true. I know I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. It's so kind of you. Sniff. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. Do you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. What's next? Something that's been bugging me. Your boy Butts is gonna be busy making statues. What's that supposed to mean? So what was inside the strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There's gotta be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service. All right, I've just come up to deliver room service. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. Got no need of anything. I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Hey, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come up here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around. I almost forgot. Came back quick. Why I ask you to inform Miss May that there's a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. All right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White, that was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Mia's mother. Could this be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. I mean... well, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy? Still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court? September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court Courtroom, number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. Defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. Prosecution has evidence she has committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. Let's see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin. We may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the Chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Did Edgeworth get lost on his way to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament? The hair is not wacky enough. Please describe to us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. A girl? The court accepts the statue as evidence. Still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence that she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. Defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister could find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked a lot of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. All right, so where do we press? Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any other solid proof other than her claims? This pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Is Dick a simp? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out about his hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Unzips his pants. Before we begin in cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. How could she write that with the statue be in the way of her brain? Well, she got killed instantly, so... It's not true. It's not true. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. She was accusing the defendant Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. What? No butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon. But when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy report was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there's a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. But no way. Your Honor. Quite easy to imagine that the victim did have the time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you had something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Nice. Detective Gumshoe. Was I a fool to trust you in your report? Huh? Me? I wasn't, huh? Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointing in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't gonna look good on your evaluation next month. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accept this evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April Mace, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service, wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. He's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room, tee-hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. Is the Ace Attorney series a not-so-subtle critique of the Japanese criminal justice system? Maybe, I don't know. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little itsy witsy wink. How can she wink? Well, Your Honor, let's see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Oh, wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Mrs. Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey! How dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. It's only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. He has to have some weakness. Do you have the vocal cords for 3 streams? No. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Let's press her. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out of the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. That's it? You can't get out of that question this easily. I sort of, you know. I had a feeling. She winked again. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one? What do? Do we press her firmly? Or do we back down? Surely you must have had a reason to look out of your window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. The poor girl. Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? Looked out of the window. What do you see next? Saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. I think this is where we're gonna need to press. She dodged to one side. She dodged. Dodge what? Well, the attack. Please continue your testimony. How do you know that she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know. He had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Question the testimony. The testimony stinks! What? I'm willing to bet that. You saw nothing. You're lying. Did you really see the defendant at all? Blah! What is the meaning of this? What's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this. I mean, okay. You had really witnessed my client Maya Fey. You would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of those things. The testimony is bogus! A bogus? Still, we don't know if she was dressed in that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Almost had her. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Then she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. A clock. That kind of statue clock. The Thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? We got her. We got her, boys! Dodge to the right? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Do we press or do we present the evidence? Let's press. Is that right as in your right as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife again? Right. It was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. I think it's this. I think it's this. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. Oh. Oh, I messed up. Oops. It's the clock again. Oh. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was done up like a bun. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that by just looking at it. Blah! Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder! Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. That's impossible. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company? No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hee hee. The law offices of Fay and Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. No. No. Ain't no way. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. No, it can't ring because they removed the cogs. Yeah. Your Honors, Your Honors, Your Honor, members of the court. It's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. It's broken. The batteries are dead. It's empty. Well, it's either one, this or this one. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? As the defense says, this clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It's as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Pisk, pisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I am afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. Damn, he got us. It's true. That's a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you proof that you like so much. The evidence that proves the clockwork was removed is the phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this is not my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone. It contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. Well, the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. This was made. Witness claims she has seen it before. This directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well, let's see it. Please produce this evidence. I mean, it's a statue made by Larry.
Take that!
It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh, ho, ho. Whoa. Boing. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, she's like a Punch-Out character. Punch her in the head, and then she goes crazy. Oh, ho, 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 silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did, tee-hee, wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on this behavior? This is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you heard about it. And why? Because the wiretap. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. A wiretap. Have a look at this. Whoa, that. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. It's outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Wasn't that the conversation? I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation. It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue. Miss April May, you use a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. Oh, I skipped something. You lawyer. That doesn't matter. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? I did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. You did it, didn't you? Why the wiretap? Well, she didn't do it. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Irrelevant? Irrelevant. While the court does not condone the defense tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to pull that up. I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Is she a JoJo? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought of that. And of course, I can and will. Can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy, wink. Ergo, the witness was not at the scene of... Well, yeah, well, we know that. The witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So where does that leave us? My great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. Now, we're gonna let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Does the defense have anything else to say? Well, come on, think of something. We call the bellboy? Defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, and you will recognize this, that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she's innocent. Thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony, or otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. This is legal, by the way, yeah. I guess we have to accept the condition? We don't have a choice. We're not going to give up. Or maybe we do give up. Nothing to lose except, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Very well. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. Actually, we're gonna save. We're gonna save. And we're gonna take a small break. We'll be going into Arcana on the SNES after the break, so stay tuned.